My name is Professor David Cantor. I'm one of the co-editors of the Journal of Supply Chain Management. What I'd like to do today is briefly introduce you to our next virtual seminar workshop, which will be co-hosted by Professors John Gray of The Ohio State University and Professor Sachin Modi of Wayne State University. And they are going to hold a webinar on the topic of difference in difference modeling. So you may be wondering, what is difference in difference modeling? So for some brief background information, one of the things that we're interested in seeing in future submissions at the Journal of Supply Chain Management is a more rigorous examination of causal relationships. So if we look at our X and Y variables, we want to have a better understanding of how X impacts Y from a causal modeling perspective. And so with a lot of archival data that's available out there, observational data, it's becoming increasingly possible to provide statistical justification for why one variable impacts another. And so in this webinar, Professors Gray and Modi will introduce one way to model causal relationships of exogenous relationships that we can observe in archival data. So they're going to introduce the topic of difference in difference modeling, provide a little bit of information about what are causal relationships and how we can model it using that statistical technique. They'll provide a couple of examples of how this technique is used in the research literature. And they'll provide you with some brief recommendations on how you can get started with using this technique in your own research. Now, this webinar is for those who are only have a vague understanding of what this statistical technique is, and you're interested in learning on how to use it. They will not assume that anyone has any prior experience with using this statistical technique in their own research. So if you're looking for more information about what will be covered in this webinar, please feel free to contact me and I can provide you with a little bit more information. So thank you. And we look forward to having you register for this workshop.